Welcome back, NGDL fans. We have week 10 actually, and that we are nearing the end of the season of this 14-game season. And my team, the Miami Dolphiones, this time takes on the Baltimore Blazikens, a team down on their luck. They are actually on the bottom of the league at 1-8, but obviously they still have some really heavy hitters, and obviously an owner looking to upset a few chances. And sitting at 4-5 myself, I really need this win, so I can't afford to look past my opponent this week. Now, obviously, Tornadus is an excellent pick in any draft, and he also, as you can see, has Garchomp. Technically, it's Mega Garchomp, but he can choose to use regular Garchomp and probably will. He just took the Mega Stone because they're both the same tier, so it doesn't matter. So I'm expecting regular Garchomp. Actually worried about Scarf Garchomp. And other things I'm worried about kind of are Gastrodon, but he doesn't end up bringing it, as you can see. Of course, that Cresselia is also going to be a thing if I can't get around it, so yeah. And one last thing, if that Mienshao we saw was Choice Scarf, it is a huge problem for my team, and something I'm going to have to really play around because it can actually destroy me if I'm not careful. Anyway, he actually is going to lead with that Mienshao, as I lead with my Claydol. Now, he could go for the knockoff here, which I am worried about, but I'm confident I'd be able to live at least one hit, so I decided to stay in and try to just set up Stealth Rocks. Now, he was going to go into Delmize, a Pokemon I wasn't really expecting to see, which also has Rapid Spin probably, so that's the reason he wants to go into it. Plus, it's also a Grass type and a Ghost type, so it pretty much counters me hard. So, now I did bring actually a Power Herb with Solar Beam Claydol this time around. I was worried about Gastrodon that he didn't bring, so unfortunately I can't really make use of this Power Herb, but I decided to go for the Ice Beam anyway because I am a modest Claydol. And he just goes for the Rapid Spin, and judging by how much damage that does, this is clearly specially bulky. In fact, probably is going to be a Assault Vest Delmize. I decided just to try to get the Stealth Rocks back up because even if he is Assault Vest, I know that my Specs Greninja can KO at this range, so I just decided to go into it, and I am Choice Specs. Yeah, after a calc, it doesn't matter. He was indeed Assault Vest, so he thought the crit actually mattered at first, but it actually doesn't because I'm Specs, which is a guaranteed KO at that range. So that is really nice to get rid of that thing because it also keeps him from rapid spinning, so he's stuck with the Stealth Rocks on his field for the rest of the match. Anyway, in comes Mienshao again, and the fact that he's coming in here makes me believe that it is indeed Scarf, and I cannot outspeed, and plus I can't switch my move, so I can't even go for my priority move. Not that it would probably kill, but I decided to go into Slowbro in case he does try to go for the fighting move, and instead he just goes for the U-turn, which I take well as well. I believe this is a max defense Slowbro with Calm Mind, so yeah, unfortunately it's not going to be able to stand up against this Thundurus very well. Fortunately, though, the Thundurus did take some Stealth Rock damage, so it's, yeah, obviously damaged. But I need to switch out here. I do not want to, obviously, lose Slowbro, because without Slowbro, that Mienshao can go wild. So I'm going to go out into my Jolteon because, obviously, I do have Volt Absorb. He's just going to take the time to go ahead and Nasty Plot, which is a really good play. And I am carrying Hidden Power Ice on this Jolteon, partially for, Garchomp, so I decided just to go for it, see how much damage it does. It is super effective against Thundurus as well, and I was hoping for a 2-hit KO here, and it looks like it is going to if I can live a hit, and he ends up just going for a neutral Hidden Power, so that's really nice for me, because that doesn't even, well, obviously it breaks my air balloon, but I can get the 2-hit KO, and I'm faster, so it's going to force him to switch or die, and he does indeed switch out into his Cresselia here, as I just go for another Hidden Power, which is going to do literal crap to this Cresselia, probably, and indeed it does literal crap. So, yeah, I do have to switch. I do not want to lose Jolteon, but he is actually going to switch as well. He goes out into his Chomp. I guess scouting to see if I had Shadow Ball, maybe? I'm not sure. But I decided just to try to go for the Volt switch, and he ends up blocking that with Garchomp, and now he is going to switch out. He, I guess, remembers I have Hidden Power Ice, and pivots here into Mienshao as I just go for the Hidden Power Ice. I'm like, well, if he didn't realize Hidden Power Ice by now, I guess maybe he thought it was something else. I don't even know what else is super effective against Thundurus. I'm pretty sure that's it. No, I guess it could be Hidden Power Rock, but why would I carry that? Any switch. Gonna go out of my Slowbro. He is gonna go for the knockoff this time. It doesn't really do much to Slowbro, though, because that's how beastly it is. It does get rid of my leftovers, though, which is kind of annoying. As he's just going to go right back into Cresselia. Now, I did bring the Shadow Ball on my Slowbro, but if I don't really want to turn this into a Calm Mind war, because if this thing gets a lot of Calm Minds up, I'm not confident that I can actually kill it with anything. My team I brought is quite specially, so I don't want to risk losing a Calm Mind war. So I decided to switch out into my Scizor again, or for the first time, rather. And yeah, he is just going to actually try to go for the Toxic. So he was trying to get that Toxic off of my Slowbro. Pretty awesome to go in his Scissor here, which is obviously going to be immune to that sort of thing. And I am kind of afraid he might be bringing the Hidden Power Fire. But I figure U-Turn is a pretty safe play, as he just goes out into Kevin Durant, which is obviously his Durant. And yeah, it does some decent damage despite the resistance, and I'm not really sure what to expect from this Durant, except my Slowbro has max defense, so I'm hoping to live a hit, no matter what he does. Anyway, he's gonna really surprise me here, and he goes for the Gigavolt Havoc, which is something the last thing I would have expected, and honestly, he probably should have brought against me the Baltimore, which would have gotten stabbed, so it would have been a lot stronger against my 2 water types anyway, who are weak to bug. So kind of a questionable move, bringing the Electrium-Z, considering the strongest move that you can really use with it is Thunderfang, which really isn't that powerful. And as you can see, my max defense Slowbro is a beast, and just tanks that completely. Now, he is going to try to set up here. I just try to go for the Calm Mind. I'm actually not carrying Scald on this Slowbro, because I wanted my 2 attacking moves against my opponent to be Ice Beam and Shadow Ball. But it does give me 1 Calm Mind up, so I'm hoping that I can deal some, or finish this guy off with Shadow Ball. Now, he is going to go for his Thunderfang here, and not only does he get the Paralysis, but he gets the Para-Hacks, which I was really pissed about, because I was pretty confident that Shadow Ball could kill Durant at that point, because Durant does not have very great special defense, and that really, really hurts, because I can't take another one. So I'm pretty much forced to switch, and I decide to sack off Jolteon. I cannot afford to lose Slowbro. Plus, Slowbro does get HP back from switching due to Regenerator, so it was just the right play all around. Anyway, he did go for the Superpower on the switch, though, so he does have -1 defense, so I'm hoping that I can KO here with Scissor. Now, knockoff, obviously, I'm not going to knock off any item because he already used his Z move, not to mention I can't knock off a Z Crystal anyway. But it's neutral, so I decided to go for that, and it is going to be able to kill it. Now, in comes Garchomp, and a lot of these things obviously do, and I'm expecting Bulk Chomp, and probably carrying a fire move, so I decided to go on a Slowbro, which I think can take a hit no matter what. And yeah, he's going to surprise me here, trying to set up with Swords Dance, and I'm in a situation that it's a roll. It's basically 50-50 whether I can survive a +2 Earthquake. Now, if he goes for the Outrage, obviously I'd be able to live for sure, but he doesn't want to lock himself into Outrage. He's hoping to be able to KO with Earthquake, and as you can see, Slowbro, the absolute tankiest bish, just took a +2 Earthquake with 3 HP to spare. Clutch mode, making up for that, that Para hacks earlier. So good job, Slowbro, you did it. Unfortunately, it's going to be left at, obviously, low HP, and he's going to be able to Revenge Keel here with Mienshao. But I have the game pretty much in hand because he went for the U-turn. I know for a fact that he has to go out into something like this Cresselia, which is easy pickings for my Porygon-Z to come in and get the Z conversion off, and I am bringing Z conversion with Shadow Ball in my first slot, so I'm going to transform into a Ghost type, and obviously Adaptability boosted Shadow Ball should be able to kill pretty much everything he has remaining, and even live a hit from the Mienshao because of my +1 defense, getting +1 of all of my stats by going for the Z conversion. He is going to try to get the Toxic off, but there's no way he is going to be able to live a Adaptability stabbed Shadow Ball at +1 attack from a Porygon-Z. I don't care how bulky you are dying to this Cresselia. So he's going to go ahead and try. He has no real choice, and as you can see, this Shadow Ball just obliterates the Cresselia. And yeah, his remaining Pokemon are the Scarf Mienshao, as well as his Thundurus, neither of which can live a Shadow Ball. Now, obviously, Mienshao is going to be able to outspeed here, so he does have a chance to maybe, with a crit knockoff, be able to kill me. It's super effective, but obviously he can't knock off an item, so it's not boosted in power, and I don't even think a crit would kill me, although it might have killed me after the Toxic. Either way, he doesn't get a crit, thankfully. I'm able to take it out, and his last Pokemon is Thundurus, which I will outspeed at +1. So, good game there, Sam DeMan. Porygon-Z just wrapping things up for me. Really big performance, though, by Slowbro. I'm glad I brought it against him in this match, and overall, a pretty good match. Win 3-0, and yeah, this is really a pivotal part of the season now, going into the last few weeks. Now, there's the current standings for the Gold Division. I need to maintain second place. in order to make the playoffs pretty much. I could get a wild card, but that would require some other teams in some other divisions doing poorly in the last few weeks. So I'm really hoping to stay here in second place in that division. And as my remaining schedule, due to a scheduling quirk, all of my matches coming up are divisional matches, as you can see. So next week I have the DC Sceptiles, who unfortunately aren't doing that well at 2-8. Or fortunately for me, but I can't really look over that matchup either because he's actually one of the teams bringing an Uber with the incredibly powerful Uber Kyogre on that team. Plus, I think they got a new owner. He's starting to figure some things out, and he's going to be a dangerous matchup. But the real key matchup for my playoff hopes is, of course, the week after against Zack Attack and his San Diego Charger Bugs. I won the first matchup, and winning against him there will pretty much guarantee me second place in the division. And if I can just keep winning, I also have a shot to maybe snipe that division away from Untraceable Strain, who I lost to week 1, but I'm only 1 game behind now. Thankfully, my division is kind of weak, but it's just in a good position, I think, moving forward. But it's definitely some crucial division matchups in the next 4 weeks, so hope you guys will tune in for those. As for today's question of the day, let's go for something not Pokemon related and obviously really, really cheesy and I don't know. What is your favorite color? Any color that is your favorite, just go ahead and say it. As for me, my color is blue. No yellow. Actually, it's red. But yeah, leave a comment about that and see you guys again next time later.